I face a tiny roadblock where I don't know where it comes from, what it is, why it is there. I have this fear of failure, fear of not meeting the expectations.
Well, we just want to remind you of a few things. First, fear is not an object. It's not a subject. It's a response to a mix of vibration. So fear is how you feel when you focus in opposition to your desire. A moment of fear is pointing out the exact opposite of that last rampage that we just offered. And so it's not small, it's important. And all it means is, oh, I'm looking away from my intentionality. That's all it means. It doesn't mean what I want is not going to happen. It doesn't mean I am a failure. It doesn't mean I don't deserve it. It doesn't mean I'm not good at this. All it means is right now, in this manifested moment, where I'm translating vibration, in this manifested moment, I've got a little momentum going in opposition to my intention. That's all it means. That's all it means. This fear, this riverbank, this guidance is letting me know that I could first feel better, and next I could allow more deliberately. I could be more intentional. You know what fear is? We're going to lay this one on you. This is what fear is. Fear is evidence of sloppy thinking. Which just means fear is evidence of momentum moving in opposition to what I want. And if it's fear, which is kind of strong, you're not saying I'm frustrated, I'm slightly bothered. You're saying fear. Fear means you've allowed that contradictory thought, but now you know better. If you're just banging around as a normal physical human and you don't know about the vortex and you don't know about who you are and you don't know about emotions and you don't know about vibrational intentionality and you don't know about meditation and you don't know about allowing your vibration to rise and you don't know about deliberate focus and you haven't practiced all of that and you're just like a lot of people that are just looking at piles of creation, you're not paying too much attention along the way, you just wait till it's manifested and then you evaluate whether you like it or you don't. So you're like so many humans putting things in piles of wanted and unwanted and unwanted and unwanted and wanted and unwanted, and so you're just responding to the piles that you're observing. Then a lot of people feel a lot of fear because they look at a pile that they don't want and they feel all kinds of negative emotions. There's nothing more uncomfortable to a deliberate creator than to focus in a way that feels out of control. Because on the other end of that stick is complete and utter invincibility at allowing your own well-being. And so we start by assuring you that well-being is wanting to flow to you. You just have to make sure, as best you can, to let it in as much as you can. And when you're feeling fear, that means not only are you not right now letting it in, you haven't been for a little while. So when you feel fear, from now on, if you can, just remember this conversation as best you can and say to yourself, that's me catching myself in the act of doing that thing where I'm focused in opposition of what I really want. And think about the subject that you assigned it to. Think about what you just said to us. You said, I have fear of failure. So what does that mean you want? Success. And what is success? Success is just absence of fear. Isn't that interesting? I have fear of failure, which means I want success. And success is joy. Success is feeling good. Success is living happily ever after. Success is just exaggerated satisfaction. It's just satisfaction piling on top of itself. That's what success is. It's just a continued satisfaction. I have fear of not having continued satisfaction because right now I don't feel satisfied. I'm choosing fear instead of satisfaction. We say, it's all right, it just doesn't feel so good. And there's no one outside of you who has the ability or the right to proclaim you succeeding or failing. It's only you in the moment based on how you feel. So you could say, someone says, how you doing? I'm failing. How do you know? I feel fear. How you doing? Succeeding. How do you know? I'm joyful. And they'll say, you've been on one of those lunatic cruises, haven't you? Really good. Really good.
So I wanted to talk about timing, and my heart's racing. I understand the timing that comes with being in alignment, and
timing is one of our favorite subjects because timing is rendezvousing. Timing is rendezvousing, it's coalescing, it's cooperative components. In order to have good timing, you have to be consistently in alignment so that you're on the ready for an impulse. Esther really likes to travel through airports on her own because she gets impulses, and she finds that when it's just her, she can follow her impulse, and so she just dovetails in and out with things that are just pleasing all day long. Pieces of conversations and getting to meet eyes with someone as she's traveling through some place. But if she's traveling with a lot of others, so that there's a sort of hesitancy, it's sort of the domino effect of, I'm ready to go, coming, are you coming, are you coming, are you coming? And so when you realize that you really are moving through this experience and your timing is all just up to you, and you care about alignment and you care about feeling good, so you often are in that place, then when an impulse comes and you are in the freest place to follow that impulse, and then the payoff comes. We like that so much because we can talk all day, every day, and we mostly do, about how your lives can be better. But until you have come into alignment, and you know you are, and you've practiced being in alignment, and you're there often, and you receive impulse, and you follow the impulse, and then you get to experience the benefit, not only the benefit of how good that impulse felt in the moment, but then what came next and next and next and next and next. As you begin witnessing more of that, then you'll get really good about timing, till you'll just start to expect it. You'll see yourself part of a universe that's cooperating with you, like you are the center of the universe. You are the center of everything about this universe that matters. You're the center of the universe. But you got to get into the center of your vortex to be the center of the universe. Is that a good visual for you? You got to get in there where your inner being is. Your inner being is actually the center of your universe. Ooh, 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 ooh. Your inner being is the center of your universe and taking really good care of it. And when you let yourself be influenced by the knowing center of the universe, then you can have a really good time. Timely time. So
2 years ago, I moved to a new country to be with my fiancé. And at that time, I decided to not make any decisions about what to do next, to get in the vortex and then.
So you took action before you were inspired.
Well, yes, I did.
We thought we'd just clear that up. Because you made that sound very positive.
No, I know. It was after I got there I decided.
So I took action before I had any real acknowledgement that I was following anything. And none of that makes any difference. The only thing that matters is what you're doing now. And so
for 2 years I've been...
well, why are we talking about 2 years? Let's just talk about now.
Okay, so I've soothed myself into the best alignment I've felt in my life.
Okay, so I soothed myself is not quite as good as I am now in a soothed place. Here I am.
Okay, the reason
we're making this really hard for you, aren't we?
Not really, I understand, but and I guess I know what you're going to say, but
yeah, you do.
I have this timing thing because the country that I live in right now, there's a new regulation about...
That's not even what we mean by timing. In other words, that's a whole different timing. That's just shortage consciousness.
Yeah, my timing is about basically, if I want to stay living in the country I'm living in, I would need to have a manifestation happen. So I don't want to push the manifestation because I am actually really enjoying this process of being in alignment.
Because that's really a hard place to be, because when I need something to happen in a certain period of time, and the dominant aspect of my vibration is one of need, then I can't hook in with universal timing. And so, can you think about other things that hook you in? In other words,
but in a few weeks.
Here are our questions to you. Do you believe that you've had enough of knowing all of this, that you've put the request into the atmosphere, and that the solution is in your vortex?
Absolutely.
So you believe that the solution is in your vortex. So it's just a matter of you rendezvousing with the solution. And can you hear us when we say rendezvousing with the solution is what we call timing? rendezvousing with a solution. Can you rendezvous with a solution while you are explaining the details of the problem? No. So all of this conversation wasn't helpful. So what you want to say is, Abraham, I understand that I have put a request out to the atmosphere and that the universe knows what I'm asking for and has already arranged all of the cooperative components. And so I'm looking for ways that I can be most in alignment so that I can receive the inspiration to move and have perfect timing. That's all that it is. And we've been talking about that hour after hour after hour after hour. Our encouragement to you, you got to get off that subject. When something feels urgent, you can't get out of the vibration of the problem. And there's no urgency. There is no urgency. You've manufactured it, and you've used laws, and we understand, as your excuse to feel the urgency. But you cannot feel urgent and have good timing. The two do not go together at all. But you can feel appreciation on a myriad of other subjects and have good timing. You could feel satisfaction over the meal you're eating or over the way the sea looks today. This is important. You do not have to stay focused upon the other end of that stick. Problem on this end and solution on this end. Because when it's a stick that has a pulsing problem, you can't get to the other end of that stick. Pick up other sticks. You don't have to be on the subject of importance. Be on a subject that allows timing. Do you understand what we're getting at?
I absolutely do.
It's not so easy to do. This is
I just need to know where
an
I'm
important
live.
and really good time for a segment of refreshment.